My name's Mary Cleary and I'm the Deputy CEO of the Irish Computer Society, and I'm the Chair of the CEN Technical Committee 428, which is responsible for digital competence and IT professionalism. Well, IT professionalism means to me quality, accountability and capability, and applying standards of best practice to people who are working in IT for the benefit of their industry, for the benefit of the technology, but most of all for the benefit of the people themselves who are working in the profession, so that they can build their self-confidence and build the esteem that society holds them in, and to give them a sense of pride and to help them to establish a career pathway. One of the biggest challenges is the traditional attitudes and connotations that go with IT. It's considered sometimes to be a trade that you can learn as you go along, supporting the business agenda, rather than being a fully fledged profession with absolutely required high levels of education and qualification and training, and also continuous professional development. And also the fact that it must start to be seen as a key contributor to the C-suite of key business decision making in any organisation. So we created this Career Plus tool initially just as a mechanism of recording CPD, continuous professional development, which is actually an accepted practice for professionals in any field. We felt that there was a need then to benchmark education and training that people would record to a standard. And as the ECF, the European E-Competence Framework, is the European standard for IT competence, we decided that it was appropriate to map our CPD activities to this standard. So we also use in this tool the ICT professional role profiles, and they're used by our members and by employers to identify which are the skills that their employees have and which skills they need to improve or acquire at a higher level. Well, we've actually found quite an amount of interest from both public and private sector organisations. We have been discussing it and promoting it among a particular group we have, which is a CIO Forum within the ICS. And we've been explaining it to them and getting them on board to start using it in their organisations because of the level of credibility and authority that they have, in the hope that we will get some interesting case studies, and that has proven to be a very successful strategy. Well, currently it's only available for ICS members, but when we bring organisations on board, or even individuals who hear about it and who want to find out more about it, we can create some demo accounts so that they can get a sense of how it works. Well, the E-Competence Framework is the structure on which it depends, to validate the assessment and the consequent recommendations for upskilling and training and CPD that it incorporates. So it's actually built on ECF. ECF is the foundation for it. We think it's a good idea to promote professional development, continuous professional development among ICT professionals, and particularly among our members. And what ECF has done is given us credibility. It's given us a standard that we can work with, and it's also given us some international validation, because we can see all the other partners in Europe who are also using it to great effect. Well, I've been a member of the Technical Committee 428 since it was created 4 or 5 years ago, and I've been chair for the last 6 months. The remit of the Technical Committee initially was to create the standard ECF from the CEN Workshop Agreement, which came out of the CEN Workshop for ICT Skills. And now it is responsible for maintaining that standard and for upgrading and maintaining all the attendant documentation that goes along with it. Along with that, the TC has expanded its remit to the whole broad area of standardization, which is critical to the development of a mature IT profession. So coming out of, for example, the report from Capgemini in 2017, we have a body of information now which it makes it clear that not only is competence and a standard relating to competence important for a mature IT profession, but we also need to look at other essentials. For example, the foundational body of knowledge, education and training, and a code of professional ethics. So the TC is now working on developing standardization along the lines of those what we call pillars of professionalism. I think also CPAS and ITPE can help to maintain the wider community outside of the purely standards focused people who are involved in the TC. You know, bringing the actual IT professionals and their agendas to the table, so that we have authentic contributions from the people who are working at the coalface. And standards kind of exist in a little universe of their own. So I think maintaining the connection with the real world is very important.